13 huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. Something shocking is heading for the cobbles next week, and it's going to leave a lasting mark. From 5th to 9th May, Coronation Street takes a heartbreaking turn as Julie Carp's sudden death sends shockwaves through Weatherfield. But that's just the beginning. As grief hits home, Mick's behaviour spirals even further, and Dee-Dee's left, wrestling with a life-changing decision about baby Layla. And just when you think things can't get any messier, trust me, there's another twist waiting around the corner. So, if you're ready for 13 big spoilers that are set to stir up secrets, shake up relationships, and change lives on the street, you're in the right place. Make sure you hit subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update from us. There's always something brewing on Corrie, and you won't want to miss a moment of it. Let's get into it. 1. Eileen and George drift further apart. George tries to make things right by planning a romantic evening, hoping to show Eileen just how much she means to him after all the tension lately. But Eileen's having none of it. She reminds him that he was meant to take her and Julie out for the day by the lake, not play the lovebird at home. And it only goes downhill from there. Later on, George stumbles across a video that Julie had recorded before she passed, and it's a proper punch to the gut. In it, Julie urges Eileen to seriously rethink her relationship and consider walking away from George altogether. 2. Julie passes away. Eileen and Julie head off in a cab to the lake, just the two of them, and it's clear they're both soaking up every second. Julie tells Eileen there's nowhere else she'd rather be, just the two of them in that moment. But things take a heartbreaking turn. Julie asks Eileen to pop over to the refreshment van, and when Eileen comes back, everything changes. Julie's lying on her back, eyes shut. Eileen rushes over, desperate to find a pulse, but it's too late. Julie's gone. 3. Eileen grieves for Julie. Eileen's really struggling to cope after losing Julie. Back at home, she's quiet and reflective, clearly feeling the weight of losing her sister. But while Eileen's deep in grief, George seems more bothered about where he stands with her, still shaken by that message from Julie. It doesn't go down well. In fact, it only makes things worse, pushing Eileen even further away. Now, things between them are looking rocky, and it's not clear if their relationship can survive this. 4. Mick targets Theo. Mick kicks off again when he sees Theo, who's clearly had one too many, stumbling down the street. Without thinking, Mick grabs him and shoves him up against a van. He's got no control and no sign of backing down. It doesn't go unnoticed. Billy, Ronnie, and Ed step in to try and calm things down and deal with Mick's latest outburst. Later on, the whole thing gets to Theo. After everything he's been through lately, he finally breaks down in front of Billy. 5. Kit and Mick's history starts to unravel. Mick ends up getting arrested on suspicion of assault, and guess who's asked to handle the interview? Kit. But this time, Kit's usual confident attitude is gone. He's clearly on edge around Mick, and Mick can see it. In fact, he finds the whole thing quite funny. Kit barely manages to ask him anything properly, and in the end, Mick walks free without any charges. But as they step outside, Mick turns to Kit and says they need a word. There's a shift in tone, like Mick's got something on him. The question is, what's he holding over Kit? 6. Liam is next in Mick's sights. Liam and Jake agree to help out for the day at the builder's yard, now that Gary's decided to take over the business. But things take a turn when Mick pulls a nasty prank on Liam, leaving him absolutely covered in cement. It's meant as a joke, but it's more humiliating than funny. Still, Liam tries to laugh it off, clearly wanting to show he can take it and be one of the lads. But deep down, you can tell it's knocked his confidence. 7. Dee-Dee faces a life-changing baby decision. Dee-Dee opens up to Eileen, admitting she's feeling nervous about getting too attached to baby Layla. She's trying to stay strong, but it's clear she's torn. Eileen, being her usual straight-talking self, tells her to just follow her heart. Later on, Dee-Dee chats with Alia and admits that, even though she's tried not to, she's starting to really bond with Layla. Alia gently tells her to think twice about going through with the plan to give the baby away, saying James would understand in time. 8. Dee-Dee tries to get back to normal. Dee-Dee tells Michael she's planning to head back to work soon, now that she's feeling a bit more like herself after everything she went through during the labour. But later on, the emotions catch her off guard. She walks in to find Roy quietly lighting candles on a cake for Hayley's birthday, and it really hits her. It's a quiet moment, but it says a lot. 9. It's all change at the Rovers Rita's back with some tough love for Jenny, telling her to stop wallowing in self-pity after everything that's gone down with the Rovers and Daisy leaving. Rita reminds her that she's still got her health and needs to look forward, not backwards. Later on, Ryan's had enough and tells Jenny straight. He's not taking orders from her at the pub anymore because Carla's his boss now. It's a hard blow, and Jenny's still struggling to get to grips with all the changes. Things get even more complicated when Glenda shows potential buyers around the pub. But it's clear she's not exactly trying to sell. She's trying to put them off. Ryan's starting to get suspicious about what she's up to. 10. Theo's daughter causes problems. Theo's daughter Millie turns up at the undertaker's, demanding answers about his recent behaviour. She's not holding back and wants to know exactly what's going on. Later in the week, Todd is absolutely fuming when he discovers that Millie's gone and vandalised the hearse outside the undertaker's, covering it in paint. But Theo only makes things worse by jumping to Millie's defence, which really annoys Todd. 11. Bobby sparks suspicion over Lauren's blackmail. Bobby offers to help Lauren look at flats, but she insists she's fine handling it on her own. Things take a darker turn when Lauren gets another text from the blackmailer demanding £200 if she wants to stay out of trouble over the stolen florist van. Lauren starts to get suspicious and wonders if Bobby might be the one behind the blackmail, especially since he's been trying to get close to her. So, she and Betsy decide to set a trap, planting some fake cash and waiting to see if Bobby shows up to collect it. 12. Craig is offered an opportunity. Craig can't hide his excitement as he tells Roy that he's been offered another placement with CID. It's a big opportunity for him, and he's clearly looking forward to what comes next. But with his exit fast approaching, it feels like this could be the beginning of something much bigger. Will his move to CID stir up more trouble, or is this just the calm before the storm? The tension is building, and it's anyone's guess what's really in store for Craig as he takes the next step in his career. 13. Carl worries about Debbie. Carl drops by the hotel and quickly notices that Debbie's struggling to pull everything together for the wedding fair. It's clear she's under a lot of pressure, and her symptoms seem to be getting worse. Seeing her in this state, Carl gently suggests that she might need a bit of help, especially now that it's all starting to take its toll on her. It's a subtle but important moment, as Carl's offer of support shows he's not just thinking about the task at hand, but also looking out for Debbie's well-being as things start to get tougher for her. And there you have it, 13 huge spoilers coming your way next week on Coronation Street. From heartbreaking losses to explosive confrontations and life-changing decisions, it's clear that the Cobbles are in for a whirlwind of drama. Trust me, you won't want to miss a moment of the chaos that's about to unfold. So, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you're always in the loop with the latest updates. Let us know in the comments what you think of these spoilers. What are you most looking forward to? Until next time, stay tuned and keep watching the drama unfold.